So I guess one of the best ways that shelter cats can adjust is by minimizing their stay with anti-cruelty or with any shelter. Sure. So what are some ways that we've been kind of working towards that goal?
Well, certainly again, Charlotte's Cat Corner is helpful because it allows adopters to see cats in a little bit more realistic setting and more as themselves, showing their true personalities. So that helps when people can kind of understand what it's like and really interact with the cat more as a pet. Excuse me, obviously all the behavior things that we do to make cats more comfortable gets them out sooner too, because they don't get ill, which means they don't have to be held for treatment, and again, they act more like themselves. We have our website, which does list all the cats that we have available for adoption and highlights them, so we focus a little bit more on some cats that have been with us longer maybe, and try to get some of the special ones out more quickly, and that seems to help too. And then just our presence in the media, I think, helps. We have animals highlighted on a couple of the news programs every week. We're in the papers a lot. We have press releases going out all the time. We try to make our name out there all the time, so people are aware of us, so they come to us to adopt.
We got Animals on Cat TV.
Exactly, exactly.
And once again, for our viewers, here is our information. Our website is www.anticruelty.org, and our base phone number is 312-644-8338 if you have any questions about the shelter. So, cats are a very popular pet. Why is that? What makes them great pets?
Where to start? They're affectionate. They are social. They can be social. They're pretty low maintenance compared to dogs. Now, they're not low maintenance pets, but I should say they're lower maintenance. You don't have to walk them every 6 hours or 8 hours or 2 hours if you have a puppy. So they can be on their own a little bit longer. You don't have to house train them usually. They're generally litter box trained very early by their mother, so you don't have to go through all of that. They're happy to meet you when you come home. They have they're usually longer lived than dogs are too, so you get to have them for a longer period of time, which is of course wonderful when you fall in love with them. So you want to have them as long as you can.
I guess that's one of the reasons that people get pets.
Absolutely,
too.
Absolutely.
So if you adopt an animal, adopt a cat from a shelter, what's one of the things, or what are some of the things that you can do to make that cat adjust more quickly once you get them home?
We always recommend that you put them in a room by themselves. So, I shouldn't say by themselves. Set them up in one room, confine them to one room for a couple of days until they get to know that area first. Some cats can feel overwhelmed by too much space, too much unknown space. So get them used to one room first. The feline that I mentioned earlier, the synthetic pheromone that we use in the shelter, we highly recommend that for cats anytime they have an environmental change. So it's great to use when a cat's going home at first. Get the toys out and play with them. Cats that at the shelter who've been incredibly unresponsive to other things, all of a sudden I whip a toy out and they start playing, and it amazes me every time it happens, but they're willing to play even if they're not willing to eat sometimes, so it's very, very important for them too. And just kind of go at the cat's pace, talk quietly to them, sit and spend time with them.
That sounds like it worked for a lot
pretty easy.
situations. So now it looks like we have another caller. Luis, you're on the air. Hi Luis, you got a question?
Is it okay to let multiple cats share a litter box?
Yeah, if they're willing to, then that's absolutely fine. Some cats won't share, but most cats will share litter boxes. We do recommend that if you have more than one cat, we do recommend more than one litter box. But if you have 3 cats and they're all 3 using the same 2 or 3 litter boxes, that's okay. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Sure, thanks for calling. Okay, so we get a lot of calls and emails to the Anti-Cruelty Behavior Hotline about cats. What are some of the more common challenges that people experience with their cats?
Well, actually, the litter box is the most common. Every month, between 1/4 and 1/3 of the calls that we get about cat behavior are about cats not using the litter box. So it's by far the most common issue. We do get calls about cats who are being aggressive to people, cats being aggressive to other cats. We get a lot of calls from people who want to adopt a 2nd or 3rd or 6th cat, and they're wanting to know what type of cat is going to be best to bring into the house, what to look for, and how to go about introducing them properly. We love those people who do their research first and prepare. That's awesome. We get calls about cats who are waking people up in the middle of the night. That's very normal for cats to do. Scratching the furniture. That's very normal for cats to do, but very treatable.
So you said scratching on the furniture is really treatable. I know a lot of people jump right to decline. What are a couple alternatives to decline?
Training them to use a scratching post, which is, it takes a little bit of work, but most cats will accept it, and just making the places that they are scratching unattractive. So using double-sided tape or putting on some bubble wrap, spraying the feel away there, because scratching is for marking as well, and the feel away mimics the pheromone that they leave when they mark on things, so that can be very helpful too. Or spraying a strong odor, like a really strong room freshener or perfume, because cats' noses are so sensitive, they should want to stay away from that strong scent.
That makes sense. And it looks like we have one more caller. Alicia, you're on the air. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
My question was, I have a cat that's about 10 to 15 years old, and I just recently moved, and she started ripping her hair out from the side of her body and eating it.
Okay. Okay. I would keep her confined perhaps to one room so she can get comfortable there. Again, the feel away. Brand name is Comfort Zone. Feel away is the pheromone. You can get it at any pet store. You can get it online, so I would try that. There's a product called Rescue Remedy too. It's holistic. It's a mix of flower essences. Check with your vet to make sure it's okay to give her, but most animals have very little problem with it. It should just help relax her a little bit. If she has a favorite toy or favorite game, play with her. Make sure you spend some extra time with her. Lots of times when cats are stressed, they do like a cozy warm spot too, so you might want to get, even if it's a cardboard box, or get a bed, put a nice big pillow or blanket in it. You can even put a little like heat lamp over it, over a portion of it, so that again she's got a nice really snug warm place to go. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling. Okay, so looks like we covered a lot of topics today, so considering there's a lot of animals that come in and out of the shelter, but with these new programs with specialists like Melissa Klett, hopefully we're getting more animals adopted and more cats into warm and loving and hopefully permanent homes. Once again, if you have any questions about the cats we have available for adoption and anti-cruelty, here is our information once more. It's 312-644-8338, and our website is anticruelty.org. So it looks like we've got time for one more question for Melissa. What's your favorite part about being an animal behavior specialist?
Well, I have to say probably helping the people and knowing that I'm helping cats and dogs stay in their homes. I learn something new almost every single day. Something's different every day. There's a different challenge, which I definitely find rewarding too. But it's nice to talk to people who want to keep their cats and make things work, and not people who are just dumping their animals in the shelter because they're fed up and they don't have the patience for it. People who really are committed to making things work.
Well, that's encouraging. Yeah. And yeah, there's got to be still people out there who are.
It's obviously every day we talk to people who want to make things work and they want to keep their pets because they love them so much.
Oh, that's good to hear. So, well, looks like we still have time for one more question. No, it looks like that's it. Sorry. Well, that's it for us tonight. I'm Avril Brown from the Anti-Cruelty Society, and I'd like to thank you for joining us this evening on CAN TV21. The Anti-Cruelty Society is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we receive no government funds or funds from national humane organizations. To learn more about the Anti-Cruelty Society and how you can support all the great work we do on behalf of the animals, visit us online anytime at anticruelty.org or give us a call at 312-644-8338. And I'd like to thank our guest, Melissa Klett, for joining us, and for our little Sylvester, hi Sylvester, for helping us out this evening. So please tune in again next Thursday at 5:30 p.m. where we'll be back to discuss the Anti-Cruelty Society's foster care program. Have a good night.